What's up, guys? 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 Hello, you there? I don't even have the Pokemon Lo-Fi going. That's important. You can't have a Pokemon stream without Pokemon Lo-Fi, Pokemon Radio, nostalgic music to chill slash study to live 24/7. Listen to that. It soothes the soul. It quells the heart. It feels like I got punched in the guts and patted on the head at the same time, you know? That's the good shit. What do you mean? I said I might not stream. I said my throat hurt. No, if you... Hold on, we're going back. We're reviewing the tapes. I said... Still feeling a bit under the weather. Gonna take a nap and drink some tea, but might not stream just so I don't hurt my throat any worse. Especially since I was going to finish the tier list tonight, and that's a talk-heavy one. And if you'll notice, I said might not stream. And here I am. I'm streaming. I'm gonna finish this goddamn tier list if it kills me. Not really. My throat feels better. I took a nap. I drank some tea. My throat's feeling a lot better. Like the back of my tongue was like, I was like choking on it, and now I'm like, I'm chill. I'm cool, you know? I'm hanging. I'm vibing. And hey, you get to see the shirt that I think I've only worn, this is why I don't usually wear it on stream. You see this? I thought I might be good with my new setup. Full disclosure, I got new overhead lights and new backlights. So for my green screen, so I can wear green kind of. But this is a particularly bright green, so this is still out of the question. But like muted greens and teals, I haven't been able to wear on stream now, and now, because I've got completely separate lighting, I've got natural colored lighting up here, and I've got daylight, like white, cobalt daylight kind of lighting back there. I can wear more shit. Truly the technology is wonderful. I'm gonna cover this up though. I'm gonna cover them up just so I don't get chroma keyed out too much. And that still doesn't fix this whole situation. I might put like I might make a slipcover or something for my chair. Just so that it doesn't, like it's a solid color or something. You played Chicken Block? Is that like Minecraft Skyblock with chickens? Like the eggs, they lay the resources? Is it that one? Yep. Shout out to our S tiers again. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to this scene. I didn't have time to fix this scene because I did just get done like getting ready for stream and stuff. Here, you guys want to see the live process of me fixing this screen? Hold on. Let's just copy this. Then outer main flex. And then I just gotta work my way down. Nope, that's wrong. Hold on. And I know you guys love watching me code this stuff live. Okay, I missed something. Okay, so this... Oh wait, hold on. There's still gutters, aren't there? Where are these gutters located? Ah, there we go. Okay, and then there's a right side gutter too, isn't there? Or that's padding. That's a padding or margin thing, isn't it? Sorry, just making the site more usable live. I'm hacking into the matrix. There's not enough space here, you know? You ever get that problem on a website? You go to a website and there's not enough space, so you invent new space for the website to have. Okay. And then I'm not gonna let this take up the whole stream, don't worry. Let's get rid of this one too while we're at it. We don't need them. I almost just deleted the whole tier list. Yep, get rid of it. Just all of it. It's making it better. I should have just made like a style sheet for this. Sure, this is good enough. I mean, I'm over here on the side anyways. There we go. I hacked it. Okay. So, shout out to our S tiers. The best boys. Slowpoke, obviously, Espeon, Squirtle, Alolan Raichu, Sandshrew, Alolan Sandslash, Umbreon, Spheal, Piplup, and Pachirisu. This list will grow a little bit, but not very much. You're not an S tier. Also, not a Pokemon. This isn't Pow World. I can't stick you in a ball. Shout out to our A tiers. These fucking guys. B tiers are pretty cool too. A lot of them. A lot of C tiers. D tiers. Woof. And F tiers, there are actually not that many of. More than S tiers, I will say. I'm really not a fan of Girder and Conkeldurr, but it's fine. And we're starting off strong. Alola is a... Do it, no balls. Alola is a fantastic region. Alola has some of my favorite mons, and we're starting off with a couple of those. I love every single Pokemon from every starter line in Alola. Specifically, I'm a really big fan of the initial evolutions Rowlet and Litten, and I'm a really big fan of Primarina. I think enough to put Rowlet in S tier, Rowlet in all of them in A tier, honestly. I don't think that there's anything in this line that I'd actually put in either S or B tier. I'm really tempted to put Primarina. I'm really tempted to put Rowlet and Primarina in S tier, but that feels like too many S tiers right off the bat. I don't know. Yeah, just having started kind of does color my vision a little bit. You know what? These are all going into A tier. They're all wonderful little creatures. Look, we're getting to the big scrolling section. Here, let's scroll out a little bit, so we've got more room to work with. Yep. Dartrix is like, I think, one of the best awkward middle evolutions. It does look like an awkward middle evolution, but it's still a very cool Pokemon, and I like it. Generation 7 is one of my favorite generations overall. It just felt very fresh in a series that I'm not gonna say feels stale, but it definitely feels stale. So I am gonna say it. I lied the first time. The first thing that I said, it was a lie. I was getting your guard down. I was getting you to let your guard down so I could lie to you more effectively. And, you know, the most effective lie, I think, is a half-truth. I don't think this series is really that stale, because they do change stuff up a lot, but I just don't think they change the right stuff up for it to... Like, Alola, it was a fresh take. No gyms. all the Pokemon have like unique tropical designs. They introduce regional variants, which are fantastic. Just beautiful. Love it. What's up, Derpy? How you doing? I'm rating Pokemon. I'm poking all these mons. Look how many of them there are. There's so many. I feel like there are so many is something I say so often on this channel just because I did the too many types things. And I started off every single run with, there are just too many of them. And while it's a very good bit, it is a very frequent, it's a frequent customer on this channel, I'll say. I like the Picky Peck line. I think Trumbeak is the weakest, and Toucannon is by far the strongest. It's a big-ass toucan. It's got the gradient. It's got a, I think, flying-type move that burns, which is unique and not something I expected. Because what Beak Cannon is, I think it's normal flying to the end, but Beak Cannon burns if you hit it during its charging phase. Cool stuff. They kind of did that 2 generations in a row, except with Talonflame they actually did make it fire type, and with Toucannon they didn't, but they gave it like some this boy's hot elements, right? So I think B tier for most of the line and A tier for Toucannon. I'm a big fan of these guys. Like, not my favorites, but definitely very solid entries into the greater decks. Also, I am going to kind of renege on this. Rowlet and Primarina both do get S tier. They're good. They're just good. I was trying to feel out whether I wanted to give it to him if I was just being generous because it was start of stream. Nope, I just really like both of those Pokemon. So hey, that's actually a sizable amount of new S tiers. Rowlet's just a cute little bean who I would hold in my hand and give little pats on the head and treats. And Primarina is the hottest girl in town, even when they're a boy. This species, 80% male, I think. What's the split? Hold on. I don't remember what the split is for starters. I know this, but my brain is 87.5% male. But man, he's rocking that look. God damn, I wish I could look that. I wish I could look that good. Now moving away from looking good, we have the Trump Weasels. Yungoos and Gumshoes are fine. They're actually pretty cute, but I just don't like the designs overall. They kind of look like, you know, Stoats. Except I don't like them. That Primarina is so hot, I'm gonna call it Epcot Ball. What does that mean? And here we go, baby. We got the, okay, so Charjabug's my favorite in the line, because in the Vikavolt line, because it does the little, it's got not like that, but it's got the, hold on. I love its cry. Yeah, you hear that? It's like somebody's just got out a fucking accordion and went, yeah, that's a Charjabug. And for that, I'm giving the Minecraft bus, 1 tier above the rest of them, which is B tier. I don't love this line, but I don't hate it. I think they're some of the more interesting bugs. And I really like the bug type, like, conceptually. I just think that a lot of the actual bugs are kind of weak. And I mean, this line's fine. They're fine. I love the bus. I love that it's designed based on a bus, but it's kind of boring beyond that, right? It doesn't have that much to like set it apart. Well, it does have a lot to set it apart. I'm actually considering bumping it up to A tier. I love its cry. I love its inspirations. I love its motif. Its color scheme leaves a bit to be desired, but that's just because it's a bug and they wanted to make it a bug. It's technically a pupa, and it's one of the better pupil stages. You know what? Fuck it. Charjabug, you get A tier. I'm generous today. I'm a generous streamer. I'm giving these Pokemon higher tiers than they deserve. Crabrawler and Crabominable, I'm not gonna give high tiers. I don't dislike them. I think they're fine. I like that there's crabs that aren't water type. But unfortunately, I don't really like either of their designs, right? I think it's interesting that they went with fighting and then ice as the types. Cool. That's about all I can say about them. I think the designs are really weird. Why did you give Crabominable big old punching gloves with paws on the end? Like, the boxing gloves in Crabrawler make sense, but then it just, like, it's holding these, like, these boppums with paw prints printed on the front, and it's just weird. Yeah, the big meaty claws. But yeah. Oricorio is another... Okay, we're getting into some of my favorite designs right away. I'm gonna spoil this. All these designs are great. I love Oricorio. Its ability is also gimmicky and fun, and that counts for a lot. You can throw it on the field with a Volcarona and set up Quiver Dance and then Fiery Dance, and it copies it. Which also means that Oricorio is actually pretty solid whenever you can get it on the field and not have it die right away. Because it can set up. It can set up without even having to use its own moves. Overall, fantastic. I love all the designs. I will say my favorite is probably the pom-pom design. I think it's underappreciated, but it's like, it's just cute, right? I love my little cheerleader bird. Like, yeah, you go. All of them. A tiers, all of them. And keeping on the high tier bandwagon, we've got the Cutiefly and Rabombi. Wow, I almost said the Cutiefly and Rabombi line. One more word than I needed, but I ended up saying about a half a dozen more than I needed. What's up, strange channel? Welcome to my big ass tier list. I'm doing all the Pokemon, all of them, every single one. I'm already up to Gen 6. I started on Gen 6 today. And as you can see, I've got a lot going. Rabombi and Cutiefly, both also A tier. I love these guys. We were talking about how I don't appreciate a lot of the bug designs. I like these guys. Pollenpuff's fun. Oh yeah. Pollenpuff's a fun move, and overall they're just like fun little creatures. Plus, I think that like having fairy type bugs was like interesting, and I kind of like that it. I will say in Gen 6 the fairy type kind of felt like a gimmick. This kind of, it started to feel like a type, but I think in part due to Rabombi, because Rabombi felt like a fairy type that wasn't just a fairy type, right? Yeah, Cutiefly is quite a cutie. I just stole your joke. I hope you're happy. Yeah. Speaking of evolving, we've got a branched evolution, and I think the one that I feel, like one of the only ones that I feel like super differently about each of them. And that's not like super differently, but that's still pretty differently. I love Rockruff. It's a cute little dog. I like the concept of having like the rocks around its neck that kind of look like hair. Cool stuff. It is still a bit of a boring dog. It's just a dog. I like it conceptually, and I like it's a pretty usable Pokemon in the early game. So I am going to give it B tier, but it is still one of the simpler designs, and that's like a little bit lame. And Lycanroc, I think actually evolves on it, like takes the design and it runs with it. I like it. The midday form, or not midday, yeah, midday form. The midday form is really cool. It's kind of a nice evolution of Lycanroc. It feels fun. And I get what they were going with the midnight form. It's a bit over the top for me. I don't mind the edgy Pokemon, but it does feel like a different Pokemon to Rockruff, right? It is a fun puppy, but it's not the evolution that I wanted from it. And I feel pretty much the same about Dusk form as I feel about Midday, except I don't know, it came later, it feels weaker, it feels like kind of a cash-in too, for some reason. Maybe that's just because they added it in the later game. They were like, well, people like this one, and people like this one, so... I don't know. I just don't feel... I don't like it as strongly as I like the big dog, right? So, maybe I put it in B tier, but I think honestly, solidly in C tier, both of them. They're fine. I don't dislike them. Wishy-washy, I like the concept. It's fun, it's cute, it's about to cry, it's just like for me, for real. And the idea of schooling is cool. It is kind of an evolution. It's really what it is it evolves into Archeops at level 25 and has the same ability. But it's completely recontextualized, so I like it a lot more, right? Instead of being, oh, this kind of cool Pokemon gets weaker whenever it's at half health, it's, oh, this weak Pokemon gets really strong when it's above half health, and just inverting it to be in the positive feels a lot better. I don't know that it's really, like, I get what Palafin's going for. Palafin's, like, a different thing, and I like it enough, except that the two evolutions, like, look too similar. Like, Finizen looks a lot like Palafin, but I get what they were going for, and I appreciate it. It B tier, solidly. And here we go, Marini and Toxapex. I love their big hair. I think they're cute. They're a little bit ugly cute, but they're also really just, like, normal cute. I'd say B tier, also, because I don't feel super strongly about them, but I do like them quite a bit. I will say, a lot of people really hate these guys because, they are absolute scum online in MVGC. Baneful Bunker is hell to go up against, and they get a bunch of stuff like Toxic Spikes, which just, they can set up effectively, and stinky, you know? But yeah. I like them. They're cute. I don't know, for some reason my brain was like Splatoon, maybe just because they're a sea creature, but it was like Splatoon. We've got Mudbray and Mudsdale. They're cute enough, but they are just horses. Stamina is a cool ability. It's not exclusive to these guys, but I did see a lot of use on Mudbray with Stamina. I like the locks that Mudsdale has going on, but not enough, right, to really break it out for me. It's cool. It's a cool donkey and a cool horse, or Clydesdale, I guess. Are Clydesdales horses? They are, but for some reason I remember being told as a kid, Clydesdales aren't horses. They are horses. It's a breed of horse. Why were people telling me they weren't horses? This isn't like, I'm sure this isn't like as a kid I believed they were different things, because I'm pretty sure I strongly believed that they were horses as a kid, and I was told that they weren't. You're scared of horses? Good. Horses are fucking terrifying. Those shits can kill you without even thinking about it. Or at least permanently incapacitate you. Dupiter and Araquanid. I like these a lot, actually. It's kind of like an inversion of the Bubble Spider. So the Bubble Spider, its whole shtick is, it has like an air bubble. It goes underwater, and it has like a little air bubble so it can go underwater and do stuff. This is like, oh, I want to be wet, so I got a water bubble. And I like how Dupiter's got its like some of its legs stuck up, holding its head bubble on. That's cute. I think the joints are a little bit weird on Araquanid, but I still really like them. Water Bubble's also a great ability. They've got big ol' eyes. Cool stuff. I think Dupiter gets A tier and Araquanid gets B tier for me. Just because it does lose a little bit with that, like the legs go down, the joints are weird. It does lose a little bit of the charm, but I still like it quite a bit. Jumping spiders do wear dew hats. It's very cute. If I saw one in real life, I would shit myself and die. I'm terrified of spiders in real life. The smaller they are, the scarier they are to me. I go and I panic whenever they're in a room with me. Okay, we get to Fomantis and... Oh, wait, hold on. Fomantis and Lurantis. It took me a second. My recall is not what it used to be. I swear, I'm getting old. At some point, I'm not going to be able to remember these Pokemon names. Like, what's the... Look, okay, do you see what I mean? Sorry, scrolling down a little bit. Do you see what I mean with Finizen and Palafin? This is Zero Form Palafin. It looks the exact same as Finizen, except it's got a heart on its chest. Sorry. Yeah, that was a distraction. Either way, I really like both of these guys. They were cursed with being not very good, I think, because of their weaknesses and their kind of general... I don't know, they might be good, but I never got any use out of them. I still like him well enough. I think Fomantis gets like I think both of them get a B tier. They're both quite nice, but I don't know that I love either of them. They're lovely ladies though, and I do appreciate grass types. I like the like frilly. They've kind of got an Orchid Mantis X actual Orchid vibe going with them, and I do like that design-wise quite a bit. Actually, you know what? Lurantis, you get A tier because I love this. Look, it's just a cool design, right? Good stuff. Morlul and Shiinotic. I don't really like them that much. Some people really like these mushrooms. I don't feel particularly strongly about them. And, I'm gonna spoil the next one. I don't feel particularly strongly about Salazzle or, Salandit either. Salandit looks so smug, and I think that's kind of cute and funny. And I know that Salazzle's like the big furry bait, but they're cool lizards, I guess. I do like that Salazzle's a big-ass lizard. I'm a big fan of big-ass lizards. I guess salamanders are amphibians, so big-ass amphibian. So I will... you know, girl boss, you know, I think that men should make 70% of what you make women. Fight the power. Oh, come on. Really? Okay. Just redoing my music. Okay. Now that we've got women out of the way. Stuffle and Beware. They're so cute, man. They're so cute. Look at them. And they can fucking kill you. That's perfect. Okay. Both of them get A tier because they're just so cute. I hate to be basic. I like stuffed animals. I like a big guy. I like a big stuffed animal that can crush me to death, you know? That's all I'm asking for in life. All I want is a big hug from a soft bear. All I want is for that to be my last moments. You know, just cozy. If I can die cozy, I can die happy. That's all I'm saying. Okay, but for real, I do like both of them. They're very cute and they're pretty usable. Again, yeah, I like their design, and I like that they're kind of like, hey, everybody thinks they're cute, but they're really scary. It's kind of like real bears, but they lean into it with Pokemon because they can be super fucking cute and also be super scary. Okay, girl boss number 3. Lots of girl bosses this generation. We have, wow, Bounsweet, whatever the middle one is, and Serene. What's the middle one? Oh my gosh, I'm actually forgetting these now. Steenie, because it's based on a mangosteen. I forgot about mangosteen. This is my less favorite of the girl bosses because they were just like, plant? With legs? Humana, am I right? It's fine. I don't dislike it. I like Bouncebeat the most because it's a cute creature, but kinda... They're fine. I don't have a problem with them. I fucking love Comfey. It's a lei! It's a lei in the Hawaii region! That's thematically appropriate. It's incredibly cute. Triage is a great ability. Magnifique. Perfect Pokemon. Maybe not literally perfect, but a very good Pokemon. Also, it's very small. I love small creatures. Usually, except for small bugs. Small bugs scare me. But Comfey is probably not a bug. I like it a lot. Oranguru and Passimian. Oranguru is fine. The design is interesting. I'm not crazy about it, but it actually does have a really neat gimmick, which is Instruct. Being able to make a Pokemon use a second move in their turn at the expense of your turn, I think that's cool, right? You can instruct the Pokemon next to you to go, oh, hey, you used, like, Quiver Dance or something, do it again, set up more. Or, hey, you used a powerful move, like, you used Surf, and you've got a lot of special attack right now. Do that again. And that's really, it gets a boost from telepathy, which means it doesn't get hit by spread moves. So you can use it to set up your opponent, your partner really hard, and then nuke the whole field repeatedly in doubles. Very cool. Passimian also has a doubles gimmick, but it's a bad one. Passimian's doubles gimmick is, whenever your partner dies, you get their ability. It's the same one as Alolan Muck with Power of Alchemy, except it doesn't have the bulk to take advantage of it like Alolan Muck. It's fine. It is a monkey. It looks like a monkey. Design-wise and usage-wise, it's kind of boring, unfortunately. I like a monkey, but not this monkey that much. Okay, and here we are. Wimpod and Golisopod. Wimpod is cool, I guess. It's a little creature. I like it enough. I don't hate them, but I like Wimpod. Golisopod I fucking love, though. Golisopod's badass. First impression's really cool. I get what the ability is supposed to be. It's not Wimp Out. Emergency Exit. Emergency Exit is supposed to be good synergy with First Impression, because you get to use First Impression again. Like, hey, that's cool. Except, it doesn't really work, because usually you just want more control over that, and you can just give it an item to do that if you really want it. Like, you can give it an eject button if you really want it out. That being said, though, a really cool Pokemon. I love Guzma, so, you know, I can't not love Guzma's ace, right? Alola had a lot of cool bugs, I think. Sandygast and Palossand are fine. I don't really have any strong opinions. Like, a lot of these ones today I've had no strong opinions on, but I've been able to say something. I just straight up don't have much to say about these guys. They're okay. I like the idea of a Sandcastle Pokemon. And, like, what, Water Compaction is cool. That's all I can say. Can't really take advantage of it since you do still take super effective damage from it. Pyukumuku, on the other hand, I fucking love. It's not like a top tier, but it is a high tier. I'm a water type trainer at heart, and this is a bulky water type that's really fun to use. Its move innards out, or its base ability innards out isn't great. You can swap it out for Regenerator easy though. Overall, it's just cool. I like that it's got a big old fist. Its guts turn into a big old fist. That's cute. It really takes advantage of the 3D animation too. This is a Pokemon that would have been a lot more boring in a generation that just had sprites. So the fact that they've got 3D animations and the fact that they've got, like, actual animation going on in battle really, really benefits Pyukumuku. Because there's just an extra level of depth that isn't there. And I really like whenever they take advantage of the new medium, because it makes it feel more justified. A lot of the Pokemon I'm like, wow, this just looks worse in 3D, or wow, this didn't really need to be in 3D. But when there are Pokemon like Pyukumuku out there, I'm like, I kind of understand why they went to 3D, because it lets them do stuff like this. And that's cool. I like it. To a lesser extent, I also like Pokemon with transparency, like going back to Araquanid, the water bubble. That's cool. Because it does actually also gain something from 3D, but notably less, I think, impactful. Next we have Type Null and Silvally. Type Null is notable for being the only Pokemon with a colon in its name that I'm aware of. And Silvally is the same Pokemon without a thing on its head. It literally just gets a speed boost whenever it evolves. High Friendship. It's very cool. I like the idea of it, like Arceus system. Oh yeah, it's like Arceus system. Yeah, that's cool. Except I don't really like it that much. It's a fine Chimera. The overall design is cool, but I never really clicked with it, and it didn't really stick with me that much. Plus, to use it effectively, you kind of do have to give up its, like, held item if you want to be able to, like, use Arceus system and change its type, which is not exactly a death sentence, but if you're only getting a type change out of it, and you're not already a very strong Pokemon, it is a bit lame. I don't even think the memories give you a boost like plates do, so you really just are giving up your held item whenever you're using Silvally. That's fine. Minior. I love Minior. And honestly, I think the two forms are very intertwined. It looks like a little rock candy in a comet, and you can get it in a bunch of colors, and whenever it busts out of the shell, it looks like absolutely delicious. I want to, you know, it's very cute. Shields Down is a cool enough ability. It gives it like a nice boost. It lets you set up and then move out. Cool, you know? I like it. I also just generally like a small guy, and it's an interesting looking rock flying type. Does it lose the rock type whenever it changes? Hold on. I don't think it does, but I don't know, it might. It does not, yeah, okay. I was just making sure, because I've been wrong about a few things during this tier list. Surprisingly, my knowledge of Pokemon is not encyclopedic. I say I've been wrong about a few things. The only notable one that I remember is being wrong about Armaldo's type. I thought it was a steel type, but it was a bug type. What are you gonna do? Kamala's cool. I like Kamala. It's cute. Its ability is actually really good. Being immune to status effects for pretty much free is nice. Snore is a high flinch move, so I guess you can use that if you really want. But really what it is just a blanket status immunity, which is neat. Overall, it's a fine Pokemon. It's surprisingly usable for its stats, and I like that it's just cuddling with its little log. Oh, if you look at their Pokedex entries, they find a log whenever they're a baby, and then they go to sleep and they don't wake up. And it's just like, but they do stuff. They do stuff whenever they're asleep. They're just like, they get cozy, and then they're like, yeah, I'm good now, you know? I don't need to be awake anymore. And honestly, mood, right? Mood. Big mood. Oh my gosh. Turtonator. Stinky. Its signature move, blows you up if you attack it. Fine. The Pokemon, I don't like that it's got the weird hole in its face. I don't like its overall, like, I get that it's like an explosion shell or whatever. I think it would have been cooler if it looked like a landmine. But I get what they were going for. It's fine. No strong comments. No strong opinions, other than it's kind of ugly, which does bump it down to D tier, unfortunately. Togedemaru. Strong enough, Pikachu clone. I like that it's round. I like that it's a steel type. I like its big yellow cheeks. I would hold it in my hands. And that's it. I wouldn't pet it or anything because it's apparently weirdly hard and cold and spiky. But it's cute, so I would hold it in my hands and go like, hey guy, hey little guy. And I think that's good enough for me. It's also fine enough. It gets like a decent moveset. It's just a Pikachu clone, but it's a cute one. And speaking of Pikachu clones, this isn't a Pikachu clone, but it is a Pikachu clone. Mimikyu is a fan favorite for a reason. God damn, this creature's cute. Not only is it cute, but it's incredibly powerful. It's got a dangerously high attack stat. Disguise is a powerful move. It's really only inhibited by the fact that its only fairy stab as a physical attacker is Play Rough, which is not super accurate. But yeah, they were like, we've been trying to clone Pikachu all this time. What if the Pokemon tried to clone Pikachu? And god damn it, it's wonderful. It's like, I'm just so lonely. I want friends. So it puts on a Pikachu hat, and it's so cute. I just want to love it. I just want to give it the love that it deserves, you know? It kind of plays into the cute and the pity at the same time, and it just works, you know? It just works. Bruxish sucks. F tier. Ugh. Psychic Fangs is... I will thank Bruxish for introducing Psychic Fangs. Very good move. Why it look like that? Why it got teeth? Big DSL? Funky head? I get what it's supposed to look like. I don't like it still. It's ugly. It's ugly and it's only okay. Nah. Drampa's cute though. Drampa's a sweet old man. B tier for Drampa. Also, normal dragon's a unique type. So, Markiplier would smash Bruxish? I can see it. It does have the DSL, but I'm afraid that if I went for it, I'd get cut to shit. Delmise. Delmise is really cool. Also B tier. I like the anchor, like the moss growing on an anchor design, and I really like that it's not a steel type. Because it's not the anchor. It's the moss growing on the anchor. It's a ghost grass type. It does get Steel Stab from Steelworker, which is a pretty good ability. Having a third type, basically, for Stab without the weakness, that's pretty good. And I really like Delmise in concept. Yeah, Drampa, you'd smash Drampa? I mean, honestly, I could see that. We need more old man Yaoi in the world. And here we go. I'm forgetting the first one. Jangmo and Kumo. What is it? Hold on. Oh, this is Jangmo. Oh, Hakomo. Jangmo, Hakomo, and Kumo. I think cool Pokemon. I don't really like Jangmo that much, but it's still pretty cute. Hakomo starts to get there, but Kumo is just a cool Pokemon. Clangorous Soul Blaze is also just one of the only Z moves that I actually cared for in any capacity, so, you know, I'll take it. I like it. Fighting Dragon's a unique type. We got a couple of dragons this generation. I like both of them. Cool stuff. All the totems are fine. I don't feel strongly about any of them. I really like their inspiration, but their execution was only okay, and they did to terrain what Generation 3 and later Generation 5 did to weather. And for that, I don't think I can ever forgive them. They got terrain setting abilities, which made terrain not only viable, but always on the field, while if they were allowed in a format, there was always terrain on the field. Hold on, I'm turning this down a little bit. I feel like this is as loud as I am. And that kind of balances out. They're fine. Cosmog. Okay, I have more than a soft spot in my heart for the Cosmog line. I really like the idea of a legendary evolving. I hope that they keep it rare. I hope that they don't like touch back up on this in like another generation and add like 4 Pokemon that evolve or whatever. They have been reserved about it so far, and I appreciate that. Because I like that it's kind of like that because it's weird, right? Because it's an Ultra Beast. It's from another like dimension, kind of. That's interesting. And all of them are just really like interesting. I love space designs. I think Cosmoem's the weakest, but just because it's kind of boring, right? Like, it's also the biggest change in weight. Like, I think Cosmog is among the lightest Pokemon, and then Cosmoem is, like, absurdly heavy, and they're both tiny. It's supposed to be like, oh, it's turning into a black hole or something. Cool stuff. I like both Solgaleo and Lunala pretty strongly, but not super crazy. Cosmog just really is the standout for me. Also, Nebby just adds, like, warms my heart. No notes on Cosmog, very minor notes on Lunala. And then you've got the, Dawn, or Duskmane Dawnwings or whatever. I don't actually remember what the forms are called, but they're fine. These forms only exist whenever they're using their signature moves, which is kind of a weird, like, okay, so I don't think this tier list did it, but technically, Xerneas has a second form that also only exists whenever it's using Geomancy. So, this is something they did in generations 6 and 7, and I don't think they've really done too much since, is have forms that were forms in the Pokedex, but only appeared in, like, an animation, right? It's fine. Okay, Ultra Beasts. No, sorry, this is the Duskmane Dawnwings or whatever. The other ones were just the whatever forms. They're the blaster forms. Ultra Beasts, I feel mixed about. I like the concept, I like a lot of the designs, but I don't want to rate all of them high tier, because, I don't know. Nihilego, wait, is this the Nihilego sprite that's got, no, I thought this was the Nihilego sprite that had Lusamine in the head for some reason. Nihilego's pretty, like, you know, I hate to say that Lusamine was right, but that's a pretty creature. Buzzwole is goofy as hell, and I hate mosquitoes, so it actually gets, honestly, D tier. And Pheromosa is the exact same thing in the opposite direction. It's too thin and spindly, and also I hate cockroaches. Xurkitree is really cool. I like the idea of electric grass. A tier. Like, the design's pretty cool. I like the idea. I like whenever you go to the, like, dimension that it's in, you can just see them in the background, just standing there, sucking up electricity, just like, it's cool. I like that they kind of ran with the Ultra Beasts and gave them, like, unique biology compared to a lot of other Pokemon. Celesteela. It's got a face! Did you know that? It's B tier, but it's got a face on there. Hold on. Enjoy my new background, by the way. I'm taking this off. It's too hot. It's too dang hot for this shit. Oh yeah, this is why I was wearing this, because I'm wearing my Cookie Monster shirt that's got green on it. And it's not my chest is a little bit transparent. I hope you guys like my background, by the way. But hold on. You see that right there? Wait, hold on. You guys can see my mouse, right? Oh well. Well, it's got a face! It's got a face and hair! It's wild! Oh, I'm so sorry, Squiddles. I disagree with you. I don't hate it, but I like it a lot less than the other beasts. Let's get back over to the tier list. Okay. So Kartana, I don't feel super strongly about. I like the concept. I like the paper. It's really strong. And I'm gonna be honest. Part of my issue with the Ultra Beasts is they're one of those groups that has the same ability on all of them, and that weakens them. That makes them feel less. I know it's supposed to make them feel like a cohesive group and like more interesting in that regard, but it makes them feel less interesting to me because they don't feel as unique, right? They don't feel like they have abilities that are suited to them. They feel like they have abilities that are suited to anything. And boost your best stat is pretty much the ability that all these groups I think are going to get in the future. Ultra Beast got him, and Paradox Forms got him. Just slightly different versions of them. This is Moxie Plus, and they got Photosynthesis Plus, kinda. Not really. It gives you the stat boost whenever you get on the field if it's got the thing up, rather than only working while the weather or field conditions up. But either way, Guzzlord's kind of weird. I really liked the environment that you found Guzzlord in though. It's a fine creature, but I like how like they're just like, yeah, this thing got loose in an alternate Alola and fucked shit up, man. This place is destroyed. It's got the Howley City theme backwards. Just excellent story setting. Like a beautiful play place there. Necrozma. I don't actually like Necrozma that much, but I don't dislike it. It kind of all the versions of Necrozma. I like the Ultra Necrozma theme. It was something I didn't like at first, but then grew on me. But Necrozma overall is just kind of it's fine to me, right? It's not standout in any way, in my opinion. And it is, well, okay, it is standout, but it feels like the start of a trend that I don't love, which is, let's have a big boss legendary and give them an alternate form. And thankfully the trend didn't really keep up. Like, they did it in Gen 8, and then they didn't do it this generation. Well, fuck, they did it with the DLC, god damn it! Because Terapagos got it. I don't mind boss monsters, but I don't really know if I love having the big, strong, horrible form of the boss monster just be absolutely busted just on its own and then giving that to the player. Like, you don't actually get Eternamax form, Eternatus at least. So, they did kind of dial it back, but this was... I think really the reason I don't like it that much is because it felt like it was feeding into design decisions that I wasn't super a fan of. And that's fine. Right. Magearna. It felt like it should have been Gen 6. I don't really have anything else to say. It was a weird mythical that didn't feel appropriate for Alola. And Marshadow did feel appropriate for Alola. I like the idea. Zenith form is another form that you can only see whenever it's using a move. The only difference is with Zenith form, the shiny is only visible in Zenith form. I think Marshadow's shiny locked anyways, but there is a shiny, and you can only see it whenever it's using a move. And that's fine, I guess. It's weird, though, right? You get the shiny animation, it just looks the exact same. Interesting stuff. Now we get on to the Generation 7.5 stuff. The Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon Ultra Beasts. And I'm going to try to get through these really fast because I actually have to take insulin, and that'd be a nice time to take a break. Okay, let's actually preemptively pull this up. Poipole, it's called Purple, man. How can you not love that creature? I love Purple. B tier. And Naganadel is fine, I guess. It really does feel like Poipole, but bigger, and they stuck a big ass syringe on it. I know I said I love all the bee Pokemon, and this is kind of a bee Pokemon. It's more of a wasp, honestly. But the weird syringe on its ass doesn't do it any favors, in my opinion. Stack Attacka, conceptually cool. In execution, it just doesn't feel very imposing, and I feel like a lot of the Ultra Beasts were supposed to feel imposing. It just doesn't land for me, but it's still really cool. Blacephalon, I like Mind Blown as a move, and I like it in concept. It is hurt by the fact that I just don't like clowns, right? Clowns and gestures and all that just don't. I look at them and I'm like, makes mirrors really hard. Zero Aura is actually just bad. It feels like it is the furry bait mythical, right? It is. They went, hey, we know that people like Lucario and Zoroark. What if we made another Pokemon like that and made it mythical? I already don't like mythical Pokemon, and this Pokemon just feels so uninspired. It looks like a Digimon, really, is what it boils down to. Like, not all the way, but it looks pretty un-Pokemon. And that's part of why it's weak to me. Yeah, it's not a Pokemon, you see? And then the last Generation 7 Pokemon introduced in Pokemon Let's Go, we have Meltan. It's cute. I actually like it. It's not winning any awards, but I like a blob. It is someone's persona. Melmetal is scary. Double Metal Bash is a cool move. And it was actually only introduced in the Let's Go games. So we had Meltan introduced in Go during Generation 7, Melmetal introduced in Let's Go, and then introduced in Generation 8, we have Gigantamax Melmetal, which is uninteresting and doesn't do anything unique. It's fine. But it's not even fine. I don't like it. And I'm gonna wrap up. I'm not gonna like wrap up the stream, but I'm gonna wrap up this generation. I'm gonna switch over to BRB, and I'm going to inject myself with some insulin and get some tea and stuff going. I'll be back in like 5 minutes-ish. I'll see you guys then.
and I came back to Accumula Town. I love this song. What's up, guys? We're moving on to Generation 8. The second to last generation. We're getting dangerously close to the end here. I don't know if I'm ready to give it up. So starting off strong, I don't like any of the evolved forms, like none of the evolved forms of any of these, but I do like the base evolutions well enough. I think I'm just gonna speed around the starters because these are the most likely to get people upset. B tier for all of the Galarian starters. They're cute, I like them, but I don't love them. Thwacky is fine. Like, I don't personally love it. Rillaboom's pretty cool. B tier. I don't like these. Okay, I'm just gonna say these Gigantamaxes are, even for Gigantamax, a bit over the top. I just didn't really like Gigantamax as a gimmick. Raboot is cute, my little Naruto guy. And then, man, we were just talking about furry bait. I don't think Cinderace is meant to be furry bait. I will say, the soccer rabbit does not particularly intrigue me. These are all kind of boring. They're monotype. At least they didn't make it another firefighting type, I will say. They could have very easily gone, oh yeah, sports are kind of like fighting, and made it a firefighting type. I'm glad they didn't do that. Drizzile is my beautiful emo boy. And Inteleon I dislike actively. It's another victim of this doesn't exactly feel like a Pokemon. It doesn't feel like a Digimon like Zeraora did, but okay, Squovit and Greedent, I have no strong feelings about. They are regional rodents that I didn't particularly connect with, but I don't dislike. Rookity, Corvisquire, and Corviknight. I actually also, one of the Gigantamax forms I don't mind. I really like Rookity and Corviknight, and I don't feel strongly about Corvisquire. Like, really like these A tiers. I'm glad you like Inteleon. I don't particularly. Right, it's not, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I saw somebody comment one time, it looks like an internet furries rant Sona, and honestly, yeah, it looks exactly like the kind of thing you'd see on screen whenever somebody's saying, well, I just kind of wish there were less women in these Marvel movies or something, you know? And G-Max Corviknight, one of the only ones I don't hate. I actually like it quite a bit. It looks like a big Corviknight that's kind of amped up to 11, and I think I think them turning it up to 11 and not up to 20 is a really important factor in me liking it. I like whenever they incorporate new design elements, but they don't like these are way too over the top. Big ass drum set, too much. Sniper tower tail, too much. Big balls. We already know that Cinderace has big balls. Oh, the belittle line. I don't like any of these guys. Active dislike. Like, Orbeetle's the most interesting, and I still don't like it. Maybe my least favorite regional bugs. And then I get what they were going for with the saucer in G-Max Orbeetle. Actually, you know what? I don't hate G-Max Orbeetle that much. I like it about the same as regular Orbeetle. It's fine. Nickit and Thievul. I like foxes, but that is what they are. They've got the interesting thing going on with their handtail. I'm tempted to give Nickit more points because it's cute, but I just, honestly, I don't have strong feelings about them. And that's kind of how I feel. Generation 6 and 8 are kind of my least strong feeling generations, except that I dislike Gigantamax. That's really going to be the only interfering factor here. And the Eldegoss line, I also don't care for. Like, I don't hate, but we got Whimsicott, and that was better. That was like our big cotton dandelion Pokemon. Did we really need, what, Florgoss and Eldegoss? We're fine. Wooloo, though, it's a sheep. It's round, fantastic creature. And Dubwool is just a bigger sheep. Yeah. I like Wooloo. It's not my favorite sheep Pokemon, but it is a good sheep Pokemon. You know? It's just a creature. It's just a sheep. I will say, it is just a sheep, except it's big and round, and also... Oh god. Now, I said big and round, and I thought big and round. It's a big ol' ball of wool, and I like it. Hold on, I forgot to put my insulin in the fridge. Give me a second. Oh no, you're gonna see my ass. Okay. Well, yeah, no super strong feelings. Choodle's cute. Choodle's a dork. I like Choodle. And then Dreadnought, I don't care for, but I don't dislike. And same with G-Max Dreadnought. G-Max Dreadnought is just a bigger Dreadnought, is really the big thing, right? The moves are fine, but I'm on the right channel, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. But it's just not crazy. I'm not crazy about it. Sorry, I looked over and my YouTube live control panel was fucked up in OBS, and that usually happens when I'm on the wrong channel. Yamper and Boltund. Yeah, they stole Yamper's legs. Ball Fetch is not a good ability, but you gotta respect it. I like it. And Boltund is uninteresting. I kind of forget Boltund exists because Yamper's just so much cuter and more interesting. Right? Like, who sees Yamper and Boltund? And honestly, the only reason I could tell they're related is because they're both electric and yellow. They're color-coded. The Roly-Coly line, I want to like... Conceptually, I get it. It's like a coal cart, right? It's cute. Except it isn't cute. It's kind of bland and uninteresting. That's kind of the same issue that I almost had with Roggenrola, the Roggenrola line. Except I think Roggenrola was more interesting because it had the like ear. Hold on, I need to turn down my volume a bit. And like the ear holes and stuff going. I don't know. I looked over and I saw myself peeking. Okay. Again, it's another one I don't feel strongly about. Sue me. I do dislike the G-Max, but not enough to even push it out of C tier. That's how little I feel about. I'm really quiet? You're fucking with me. You're literally fucking with me. I can see my microphone over here peaking. Look, okay, listen. If I turn it up even a little bit, I start peaking every time I say anything. I'm not really quiet, you're just really fucking with me, right? Hey, Squiddles, can you confirm? Do I sound alright? How am I sounding over there? I've got to adjust my A1 over here. Was I actually quiet for a second there? Okay, whatever. Sorry. Thank you, Citrus, for letting me know. I'm sorry I didn't trust you. Applin's great. Applin's great. Only one I care about in this generation. I don't even care about its evolutions that much. Like Flapple and what the fuck happened to my brain there? Why? I had it in my brain and then it left the second I tried to say it. Flapple and Appleton. Appleton. Okay. Yes. I like Flapple and Appleton. I don't feel super strongly about them. I don't like them as much as I like Applin, but I like them. That being said, they've got the same Gigantamax, and it's a bad Gigantamax. That is kind of gross looking. I get that it's like apple stuff with caramel or whatever. Not my favorite. You can see a lot of G-Max in these tiers. You can tell how I feel about G-Max. Why is this ordered like this? Silicobra and Sandaconda. I want to say I don't like them because of their nose, but honestly, it's fine. Like, I get what they're going for, and I do like that it kind of looks like a shotgun, almost, with Sandaconda. And honestly, the G-Max is kind of the kind of G-Max I like, where it just cranks it up a little bit, but it doesn't, like, go overboard too much. No joke, literally just got a pro tip that said treat modders with respect. Yeah, I feel what you mean by the Flapple thing. I mean, pro tip, treat everyone with respect. Respect's easy. I say, just going, I fucking don't trust you, lying to me, you little shit. Okay. Cramorant. Beautiful. No notes. Not a one note. Not a one. Hey, Aircute and Barraskewda. Welcome to the biggest tier. Okay. Toxel, I love my ugly baby. I'm biased. I'm biased in that I like it. It's cute. I like poison types. I think that there are not that many good poison types. And I like that Toxel and I like that Toxtricity is actually a decent poison type. I'm not particularly swayed towards the sound type is a real type thing. But if you were, Hard Rock is kind of like stab and immunity. So do with that what you will. I like both the low-key and high-key forms. I just like Toxtricity. It's cool. I like that it plays its chest like a guitar, because it really gets the air guitar vibe going, right? It's cool. One of the worst Gigantamax forms. I don't know. I really dislike the G-Max Toxtricity for some reason. Oh, hey, we got one of the G-Max forms I actually like more than the original. Okay, so the Cinescourge line. It's fine. I like Cinescourge enough. But the G-Max actually feels like it expands on the elements that Cinescourge has going, but doesn't like it doesn't do it too hard. It doesn't go overboard, right? It's cool. I like it. It really does just feel like a bigger, more imposing Cinescourge, and I also like that the clouds are above its tail. It's a minor detail, but I like whenever they mix stuff up. I don't like whenever design elements get too samey, and I feel like with the G-Max, a lot of the design elements were kind of samey. The red tint that they have and the clouds don't really help, but at least changing where the clouds went and having a design where the red tint works were cool. Hey, Squiddles, I feel the exact same as you. Clobbopus is kind of cute, Grapploct is ugly, and their special abilities are not good. Their moves and stuff, not good. So, there's nothing else really to say. I think Clobbopus is a cute little punching bag of an octopus. And I really like the trend of just yanking sea creatures out of the ocean and putting them on land and making them fighting type that they started with Crab Brawler. Cool stuff. Oh yeah, also, yeah, agreed. Grapploct is just also bad in motion. Honestly, suffered from the move to 3D. And it started there, so who knows what they were thinking. Next we have Sinistea and Poltegeist. Cute little ghosts. I think A tier is actually a bit too strong. I like them. I like them. I don't think I like them A tier mounts. I like them though. They're cute, right? They're cute. And here's where I might make enemies. I don't care about the Hatchrim line. I like the G-Max slightly less just because it's a G-Max. And I don't care about the Impidimp line. Morgrim is the only one I even like a little bit out of any of them. And that's just because it's a little emo boy. But the hair fairies are kind of uninteresting to me. Now, Obstagoon kicks ass. I like Obstagoon. Obstagoon's cute. I like the kind of Kiss-esque rocker look. Got the tongue out, like, yeah. I don't know why I didn't stick up my... Awesome stuff. Cool stuff. Love them. Next up. I've really never examined how I feel about Berserker. Huh. I like it enough, I guess. I think C tier. It's really powerful. Giving it Steel type and Steel Worker gives it double stab, so it's actually pretty strong. I like the beard it's got going for it. I like that they kind of turned the coin into something else, but they kept the coin. That's something I kind of didn't like about Persian. Persian's just more boring than Meowth. I think Berserker's at least as interesting as Meowth. Also, I like the trend of making cats look high in these games. You know what? I've talked myself up. B tier. B tier for Berserker. Cursula, I don't care about. I like Galarian Corsola a lot, like conceptually. Like Extinct Coral or whatever. Cool. Cursula, I don't know. I think I just don't like it because it's one of the evolutions that changes one word or one letter in the name. And it's weird. I don't know. And hey, warning, I feel the same way about Mr. Rhyme. Surfetched is cool though. I like Surfetched. I don't dislike all the regional evolutions. I just happen to dislike the ones that are, we changed a letter. I don't think that's because of that, but I don't think it helps. Surfetch'd is cool though. I like Galarian Farfetch'd with its big ass leak that's like swinging around. It's cute. And then Surfetch'd is just like, yeah, I dig it, you know? I dig it. Smash, you know? And Runerigus, I actually like more than Cofagrigus as an evolution for, what the hell? Yamask. Oh my god. My brain, stuff's escaping my brain, man. All the Pokemon knowledge is just flying out my brain's ass. But yeah, it's a stronger evolution, I feel. It's just a straight upgrade. Ghost Ground is also, I won't say an underutilized typing because actually a couple of other Pokemon have it, but it is a type that I think no Pokemon use well. Milcery and Alchemy. Oh, this is another one where I might make enemies. I don't care about... What the fuck? I don't care about Milcery or Alchemy. They're fine. I think Alchemy's cute. It looks edible, but it's not super cute. And edibility isn't something I've been rating Pokemon on. I like the wedding cake design enough on the G-Max. It's over the top, but it's not over the top enough for me to push it down to D tier. It's just kind of, oh, Phalanx! No, hold on. I'm sorry. I gotta interrupt myself. I fucking love Phalanx. It's the men! It's the men! I love the men. I love my little men. Do you need 6 guys for something? Phalanx! No Retreat is a cool concept for a move. Yeah, you block the boys, the lads. But I like No Retreat conceptually. I like Phalanx overall. Cool Pokemon. Honestly, A tier Pokemon. I like them. I'm glad that you can catch them in Scarlet and Violet because I like those games a lot more than I like Sword and Shield. Pincurchin is a Pokemon that I like, kind of. I don't love it, but I like it. Also, it's a Pokemon that feels appropriate, a non-water type Pokemon that feels appropriate to put on my water type team. Which is cool. I like assembling my little theme teams. I like acting like I'm an up and coming gym leader or whatever whenever I'm playing my Pokemon games. I put together my little water type team and I battle through the region. Snom is cute as shit and I don't care about Frostmoth. Stonejourner is weird and I don't like it. And I'm sorry to say I feel the exact same way about Ice-Q. I want to like Ice-Q. I like penguins. conceptually it's cute, but just the big ice cube head is just a bit much for me. And then it looks so sad whenever you break the ice cube. Yeah, Stone Jojo's just it's got the big sneakers. It's got the little X's that are laces at the bottom. It's got the big sneaks. I don't like it. Oh, Ndidi. I forgot about Ndidi. I don't care about Ndidi. It's fine. I don't have any strong opinions on Ndidi. I guess I like it. It's a... Okay. Now, trying to talk myself into it. I don't really like the hangry gimmick. And I also don't like that they called a form hangry form, but I'm not going to be like, oh, hangry shouldn't be in the dictionary. It feels like a weird form. Specifically, I don't like that they called it hangry form, because it feels weird that it goes from being hungry to being perfectly content every other turn. It's just because that feels like a weird transition, not because I hate the word hangry. I'm not some boomer who's like, they should get these words out of my dang dictionary. I don't know. I'm trying to talk myself out of B tier, because I feel like maybe... Squiddles, how do you feel about Morpeko? You know, I'm leaving it in B tier. It's fine. I like that they tried something different with the Pikachu clone, is really what it boils down to. Ooh. Yeah, a hamster. Qfant is okay. I forget this Pokemon's name. Let's look that up. Copperasia. Yes, sorry, Copperasia. Copperasia is also fine. It's an elephant. I like the Gigantamax less than I like either of their base forms. Okay, no, but here we get to here's some of my favorite. Okay. The fossils in this region are so goofy and dumb, and I love them so much. Okay, first up, we've got Dracozolt. The unholy abomination of sticking some happy little critter on the back half of a big-ass dinosaur. Happy man. Love this guy. He's so swell. He's like... I'm sorry they're suffering, but he's so cute. And then he's so cute whenever he's Arctozolt too. That's too cute. It's like, I normally don't like the snot dripping or whatever. I think it's gross. But it's just the little electric lizard face is just so cute. And Dracovish and Arctovish are scary, and I don't really like scary, and we're scary and competitive for a while, but I don't really feel strongly about them otherwise. We learned how to deal with them, and now they're kind of pushovers. Duraludon. Some people like it. I don't feel strongly about it. I don't like its G-Max form. Okay, Dreepy. I like the whole Dreepy line, more or less. Like, it's cute. I'm not, like, they're not topping any lists, but I like how they kind of did the... There's more of them in each evolution line idea, except different. Also, it's weird that it's like, oh, they're such good parents, and they fire their children out as missiles, but I kind of get it. Like, it is a cute take on that idea. Also, they're dragons that are very obviously ghosts. They've got the ghost tails, and I think that that's, like, cool. A lot of ghosts are just like, it's purple. And that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Like, that's another reason I like Yamask. Okay, like, look at Aegislash up here. Aegislash has a purple eye and purple hands, and that's how you know it's a ghost. And it floats, I guess. It's a possessed sword and shield. That's cool. I like the idea of, like a possessed object as a Pokemon. but it doesn't, there aren't that many Pokemon that lean really heavy into the ghost design. Like, I guess actually there are. They did it a lot early. You know what? Actually, I'm completely wrong on this. We've got, like, the whole Ghastly line, Mischievous. We've got, I'm looking at Marshadow right now. There are a lot of ghost types. I guess I really just am saying that I like that it's not just purple. Right? I like that it's a ghost that's obviously a ghost that's not just purple. Yeah, as much as I love my ghost types, they need more colors. Yeah, exactly. See, that's what it boils down to. And I like it. The dogs, I don't care about. They're not particularly uninspired legendaries. I actually like the designs more or less. But I baseline don't like the special Pokemon as much. Like legendaries and mythicals I feel weaker about in general. And these just don't have enough going on for them to push them over the edge for me. And Eternatus I dislike, and I really hate the Eternatus. Only one with that gimmick name, by the way, which makes me dislike it more. Yeah, they're just dogs, right? They're just dogs. Kubfu. And to follow it up, Urshifu of both single and rapid strike forms. I actually don't like Kubfu, but I do like Urshifu. I think Kubfu's just kind of ugly. And I get what they're going for, but eh. And I don't feel strongly about the Gigantamax single or rapid strike Urshifus. They're bigger and more colorful. And that's cool, I guess. Alright, Zarude is another one that I don't care about. I'm going to be fully honest, I did not have a Zarude in game at any point. I've not played with Zarude much. It just exists. Jungle Healing's a fine move, I guess, but I don't feel strongly about it in any way. Grass Dark is cool, I guess. Okay, now we get to the DLC legendaries. Regieleki and Regidrago. Something to be said for being the fastest Pokemon out there. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to be honest, I thought the Golems were kind of weak, and revisiting the Golems just felt unnecessary. I get what they were going for, like, so the Regis are kind of like, oh yeah, it's like the Stone Age, the Bronze Age, the Ice Age, and they're kind of expanding that idea here with like the Modern Age and I guess the Dark Ages maybe. I haven't actually really thought about it, but it doesn't intrigue me in any way. Dragon Energy is a cool move, and Regieleki is very fast. Sure. And another one, Glastrier and Spectrier, and Calyrex. And both of the United Calyrex forms, all of them, are uninteresting to me. I'm tempted to rate Calyrex lower just because it's got a goofy-ass head and that's kind of ugly, but I'm not going to. It's having a brain blast constantly all the time. And, you know, good for it. Why is it playing this sad-ass music? This is what I play whenever my Pokemon die in a Nuzlocke. Here we go. Here's something better. Okay. Moving on to the second half of Generation 8. We're in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Why is the Decidueye form here? The other forms were with... whatever. Okay, Weirdeer is fine. Oh, hold on, let's put it down here. Weirdeer's fine. Cleavor is kind of cool. I think Rockbug is an okay type. It's got a decent moveset. Its introduction is really cool. I like how powerful it feels. It's nice. And similarly, Ursaluna is actually cool. I like that they kind of expanded on the whole... I like that they gave Ursaring an evolution, because it kind of... It didn't feel like it needed one, but it kind of felt like it could have one. I also really like... I like that the eyebrows are clouds over the moon. That's really cool. It's neat. Oh, I'm sorry, Squiddles. It's a good game whenever you get the chance. I think it holds up. It's kind of ugly a little bit sometimes, just because it... just because of, like, really low res textures and no good anti-aliasing, but it's fine. And here we go, we have Basculegion, and it also has a form whenever it's attacking. Isn't that cool? I like Basculegion more than I like Basculin. It's cool. I feel like I'm putting all the Hisui forms in B. And Sneasler. Sneasler's great. Honestly, I love... This is a girl boss that I like. Because they didn't just go... Girl? Like they did with Salazzle. Like, maybe they used more feminine design elements, I don't care. I think the Sneasler's cool. Yeah, Sneasler's long. They just took Sneasel and went... Stretched them out. And now they're long. And Overquill is stupid. And I love it. The design is actually bad. I dislike it for that. But I love that its name is Overquill. And I love that the design is just out there. So it gets a few brownie points back. It kind of brings it back to neutral. It's a goofy Pokemon. I like it, right? I don't have anything against it. And Hisuian Decidueye is okay. I don't love it. I think it's worse than regular Decidueye, which is unfortunate because I like the other Hisui forms. You're surprised they're not in F tier? Honestly, Incarnate form or Ethereum form is F tier. Incarnate form can stay in D tier. And now, we're to the most recent generation. What the hell? Holy cow! I guess we go fast. Things go fast whenever I don't have strong opinions on a generation, and I'm not here talking to people. We're in the home stretch, baby. Okay. My favorite Wig Cat. In my personal playthrough of Scarlet and Violet, which I don't really... Okay, so I say personal playthrough. In my non-stream playthrough, which I haven't actually gotten very far in, I have a Sprigatito, and her name is Peeper. I rolled until I got a female Sprigatito and named it Peeper, and I love her so much. Baby. S tier. S for Sprigatito. And the rest of the lines, I like the rest of the line pretty much. I like the Yo-Yo, and I like Meowscarada's Meowsk, I guess. They're fine. No complaints here. Hey, guess what? I really like the starters from Scarlet and Violet. Okay, they're fantastic. I will say, I don't like that they stuck a craft square on Fuecoco, but I love my little chili pepper alligator boy. A Florigato, I disagree that it's the coolest middle evolution, but I do agree that it's cool. I like the Yo-Yo. And Crocolore is I like... Actually, you know what? Hold on. I realize I feel stronger about these than I thought, because I do still like Crocolore, but I like these significantly more than I like Crocolore. Crocolore, I like that they have the fire egg on his head, and it turns into a sombrero. It's cute. It is still ugly. And Skeledirge is ugly, but in a good way. I like Skeledirge a lot. Fantastic boy. Wonderful creature. And Quaxley. My favorite, it's actually pretty close. I like all of them, similarly. Spinch is a fantastic name for Fuecoco. I like Quaxley, though. And the rest of the line's fine. Quaquaval got a big ass. Right? And I think B tier for both of them. Yeah, I think that holds up. Next up, we have these bastards, Lechonk and Oinkologne. And I say they're bastards because I keep thinking that I'm seeing shiny Oinkologne, and they're not shiny. They're just female Oinkolognes. They're fine. I don't like their eye crusties, but I don't have any strong opinions on them otherwise. I like my Joker arc? Wow. I like Tarantula. It's cute. I like it's a big old web butt, and I don't like Spidops, so it balances out. Overall, the line's average, but Spidops I think is just particularly weak, and Tarantula I think is just particularly strong. And I don't have any opinion on the Lokix line. Wah, wah. I don't even remember what the first one's called. Hold on. Nimble. Yeah, Nimble's fine. Nimble's fine, Lokix is fine. I thought it was weird that I saw him in Area Zero because they don't feel like particularly strong Pokemon. Like, even fully evolved. They feel kind of like early game bugs. And then I see them in the actual final area of the game and it feels weird. But it's fine. I love the Palmy line. And I might be biased just because I have a shiny Palmot. But I like them. I will say, I think Palmo and Palmot look a bit similar walking around. So I don't know. I don't dislike them. Especially the shiny versions, I think. But I like them. I like my little pink Palmot. I like the big old goofy arms. I like that they added evolutions to a Pikachu clone again, finally. I just like it. You have a theory that the reason they got rid of the Sparkle shiny noise from Legends is because of Tandemouse's line, because Pokemon hates us? Because of Tandemouse's line? Why? I thought it was just because Pokemon are constantly spawning in the walls everywhere. Like, in my casual playthroughs, I will see Pokemon halfway inside the wall, just all the time. And you can see it on my streams, too. I don't really make a big comment, make a big fuss about it, because there's more interesting things going on all the time, but... But Tandemouse does evolve in your back pocket, which is freaky. Little mouse dolls. I think they're cute enough, and I think the gimmick of them evolving without you being able to stop it, being one of only 2 Pokemon that can evolve with an Everstone, and evolving without even telling you is funny, and it caught me off guard the first time. I mean, there are plenty of near-identical shinies. It just makes it particularly annoying for Tandemouse. But, like, in my playthrough, I legitimately was, like, playing, and then I looked at my party, and I was like, wait, didn't I have a Tandemouse? And there was a Mousehold, and I was like, what? And it was cool. It was a cool moment, I think. I like moments like that, where I get caught off guard by something fun. Fido and Darkspun. Some of the more interesting dogs. B tier still, but they're interesting. I like that they went with the bread design. That's interesting. All I can really say is interesting. I like dachshunds. Yeah, they're good boys. I want to eat them. Dachshund actually looks legitimately very delicious. That is like a perfect color for like some, like a nice like darker brioche. I want to pop off its ear and go. I also love watching Fido walk. It trots. It's so cute. Smoliv is cool. And the rest of the Arbalova line is fine. Normal Grass is an interesting typing. I don't know that it really does anything for it. Like, it's one of those typings that they were gonna get to eventually, I guess. And I guess they did, didn't they? Because Deerling had that type, didn't it? Did it? Yeah, okay, yeah, Deerling did have that type. But I've got myself doubting myself. But it's, I don't know. Setting up Grassy Terrain whenever you get hit, it feels almost analogous to Glamora's ability, in the sense that it's like setting up field conditions whenever you get hit, but it's like, it's fine. You had a Fido called a Babka? That's cute. Squawkabilly is a bird. It's a parrot, and I don't feel particularly strongly about it. It's kind of got the, it's almost got a pompadour, like, kind of floof on its head. Cool. And then we've got the Minecraft line. I actually like it. That's the thing. Knackley's cute. What is this one called? Knacklestack is... Maybe I like Knacklestack less. But then it goes back to being cool for Garganical. I don't love the line, but I like him. I think it's funny. I think it's cool. Like, Salt's actually it forms in cubes. You can break it off into sheer cubes. And I think it's cool that they took a Pokemon and they were like, Minecraft. Because it's made of salt, and that's cool. Salt Cure is an oppressive force, and I hate it, though. I don't like getting Salt Cure used against me. I have to... It forces you to switch, pretty much. Stinky. Charcadet is fine. And so are Armarouge and Ceruledge. I think Ceruledge I like slightly more. I know I've been saying I don't like the purple ghosts, or I want non-purple ghosts, but I do like the purple ghosts sometimes, and I think Ceruledge is the coolest of this line. I like it, you know? It's kind of cool. I don't know how I feel about the Bellybolt line. I guess, funny thing you can say is, hey, did you know that the nostrils on his face are actually eyes? But honestly, the first time I looked at it, I thought they were eyes. And then I looked at the side of his head and I was like, wait, are they supposed to be the eyes? And then the middle ones blinked and I was like, oh no, I guess not. Its ability is okay. It's fine, I guess. Tadbulb's just bad. I don't like it. It's ugly. Yeah, I like... I don't like Tadbulb. I think I like Bellybolt, ultimately. Bellybolt is ultimately funny, right? And I like that Iono has one. I think that's cool. Yeah, I'll stick by that. B tier, D tier. Oh, don't have forgotten what this is called. I know this one. Oh, come on. I played this game recently. I didn't actually use one of these in my playthrough, but I know what they're called. Oh, man. Wattrel and Kilowattrel, yes. Sorry, I just opened the inspect element. They're fine. I like Kilowattrel more than Wattrel, just because it's, I don't know. I don't think I like it enough to get it up a tier. But I like it. They're cool enough birds. They're not standouts. I like a lot of birds more than I like Wattrel and Kilowattrel. And here we have Mastiff and Mabostiff, who, are fine. I think they're goofy. I like the Mastiff's always like... Looks like he's about to go like, yeah, see? Like, constantly. He's got a bone to pick with me. Cool guy. Arven's got him a Mabostiff, so instant down rank. I'm kidding. I like Arven. That being said, I really like Shroodle, and I really... What? I'm Weezer colored. My gosh. I really like Strudel and I really like Grafii. What's up, Male? How you doing? Grafii gets A tier. I like a creature that paints. Like, paint creatures are cool. It's just cool. Weird that they made a shrew evolve into an ii, but that's... I like Grafii, right? It's a cool monkey. How... I like that I had a Bramblin and then a Brambleghast named Brambleblast. But I don't know that I like that there's a Tumbleweed Pokemon conceptually, but I think they're kind of ugly. The eyes floating in the middle just don't work for me. They just look kind of like ugly tumbleweeds with shit in the middle. And the smiles are weird. The smile's weird. It kind of skeeves me out a little bit. This boy is goofy. He's fucking walking. Look at him. I have to, you know what? You get bonus points. I have to give it bonus points. Because walking... happening upon a Tentafool and being like, wait, what the fuck did I just see? And then it gets into battle and it's like, a wild Tentafool appeared. I'm like, okay. Sure. Yeah. You know? I love it. And I still like, did I say Tentafool? Toadskool. Did I say Tentafool? What the fuck am I talking about? Toadskool. And Toadskruel is also cool. Not as it didn't get me with that moment, but it's cool. Yeah. Listen, I can't hear. You call by the school system so you can start working on the 16th. Oh, that's good to hear. I don't like cloth. It's creepy. And also, it was the weakest Titan and I did it last. I got the run ability last. I was slow the whole game. Oh my god. I don't like cloth. I have a vendetta against cloth. Capsicid. I think it's fine. And Scovillain. I wish I liked Capsicid and Scovillain more. I like the concept of a little pepper boy. But just... Right? Ping pong eyes. Are you talking about cloth? Yeah, I don't like the eyes on cloth either. And... I don't like Reller. And I almost like Rabska. I want to love Scovillain really bad. Derpy. I really want to love Scovillain because it's got so many things that I think I like. But then I just look at the whole package and I'm just like, I'm not really super into this. It's fire and grass type, which is really cool. It's based on peppers, which I love. It's a big old monster, which I love. I love big old goofy monsters. I wish I loved it. I feel like there are a lot of things there that I love, and then they come together, and I'm like... I honestly like Capsicid a bit more, just because it's got the big old buck tooth, and it's cute. And Rabska I like more than Reller, but not that much. Flittle. I hate Flittle. I don't actually hate Flittle, but I have on a couple of occasions seen a Flittle from afar, gone, ooh, look, an item, and then I get closer and it's a Flittle, and I'm like, Flittle! So, you know what? C tier. Espathra, I almost want to put in B tier. You know what? I'm going to put it in B tier. Espathra has, somewhere between Karen and Lady Gaga vibes, and I'm not sure where it lands, and wherever it lands is... I'm like, this creature exists, and I'm cool about it, I guess. It's super fast, and, it's got cool moves. Yeah, we're almost at the end. We're crazy close to the end. Look at this. Only 4 lines left. And speaking of which, we have Tinkatink, Tinkatuff, and Tinkaton. Tinkatink is a baby, and I'm not crazy about the baby design, but I love both of its evolutions. Both of these are A tier. Tinkaton I like marginally less than Tinkatuff, but I love a girl with a big hammer, and that's just huge for me. I think Embor's in B tier, maybe C. Hold on. I'm scanning A tier just to make sure because it's smaller. Hold on. Did I put it in C tier? I'd stand by it if I did. I just didn't think I did. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, C tier. Not A tier. B tier, though, certainly. I love how much people hate Wiglet and Wugtrio. I think they're goofy as hell, and I would still love them if they were a worm. I would still love them if they were a worm. Embor was also my starter in Black too. It's just, I don't think it's a particularly fantastic Pokemon. I think it's cool that it learns Scald, and that's about it. Oh, I almost called this Delibird. I almost called Bombardier Delibird. It's kind of the same vibe, you know, like a stork delivering babies. I like it. I like it. Its cry is freaky. Hold on. Listen to this. You hear how long that goes on for? It's like, you get the until you get to like the 11-second mark. It's crazy. Weird stuff. I want to like Palafin and Finizen. I don't like that they look identical. And I don't like the hero form gimmick. You know what? Actually, I do like it. I do like Palafin more than Finizen. Jet Punch is a cool move. The hero form gimmick is useful, even if I'm not crazy about it. But it just encourages you to put it in the lead and then flip turn. The trade-off, I guess, is that you don't get that free turn of setup, more or less, but instead you get a very powerful Mon. But I don't know that it works super well. And it really just is super weak until it's swapped out once. So I don't know. It's fine. Varoom and Revavroom. I like that they've made cars. I like them. You know, they're not cute, but they're very interesting Pokemon. And also I'd be remiss not to mention the Starmobiles. Every time I saw one of the Starmobiles, I was like, I want to steal your car. And it's still true. I want their cars. Give me the cars. I want to be able to drive around a big ass stage with like guitars and like lights and shit on it and have my Pokemon battle from it. That's so cool. You know? I love the Starmobiles. Wait. Oh no, it's still... Look, you can see through... You can see... I'm fucking stupid. You know what I just did? I just held my hand behind the green part of my shirt and went, hey, you can see my hand through my shirt. Like that would fucking work. I'm not surprised that I'm forgetting Pokemon names tonight. I might be stupid. I like Cyclizar. Cyclizar's cool. You know what? Honestly, A tier. I like it more than the legendaries. I like its little puff around its neck. It almost looks like it's wearing a jacket, kind of. Like, I can imagine that as a jacket. It's cool. I like it. It's got the wheel on its neck, which is goofy. It's just interesting enough to, I think, not just be a big lizard. And I enjoy Cyclizar. It's cool. Yeah, factory reset. What? What are these? What the fuck are these? I'm kidding. I'm good. Orthworm. I would not love this one. I would not love this one if it was a worm. I don't like... Okay, so I don't mind the worm on its own, but I don't like that it's got the little arms that pop out the side. And then, like... It's... for some reason, it skeeves me out big time. And I'm not entirely sure why. Hold on. I need to show you this. What are these? They're so weird, man. I don't like it. Okay. I like Glimmet and Glimora. Glimmet looks kind of like a weird ball sack. But Glimora is just actually incredibly pretty. It's pretty powerful. Toxic Debris is a great ability to start out with. Gita kind of really agrees with me, I guess, because she doubled down on the Glimora look. She looks like a Glimora decided to put on a suit. Okay, and now we've got the Houndstone line. I'm fine with these guys. I actually, you know what? I don't love Griever that much, but I do like it. But Houndstone itself, it's kind of cool. It's kind of a sleeper. Yeah, okay, so I understand why they made it her ace, because, like, it's obviously going to be her ace. But it's useless as an ace. It's bad in the back. This is a Pokemon that you want to be the first one that comes out. You want to send out Glimora first, so it gets hit and sets up the Toxic Debris. If it's your last Pokemon, if it dies to something, it sets up the Toxic Debris for literally nothing. But if it's your first Pokemon, your opponent can't switch out without getting poisoned. It does something. I like Glimora, but I don't like Gita's use of Glimora. Flamigo's cool. Co-Star's a really useful ability. I know that the meme run is, oh yeah, Toxic Orb, Focus Sash, low level, Commander, Tatsugiri, paired up with Dondozo. You let it get to low health, get in Commander, do its thing, die to Toxic Orb, then No, not Focus Sash, Toxic Orb. Sorry. You give it Toxic Orb and you let it die, is the idea. But you give it Toxic Orb, it gets in Dondozo, you let it die, you send out Flamigo, Flamigo gets all the buffs. I don't know why I said Focus Sash, Toxic Orb, that just doesn't work. I don't remember the actual set, though. Yeah, Flamigo's cool. I like Flamigo. Funny bird. Larry's Flamigo is a little bit scary. Citadel and Cetitan. I think they're cute enough. I don't love them, but I like them more than the average Pokemon, I think. They're just kind of goofy. They're big and round and goofy and funny. Okay, so a Focus Sash is somebody shoots you with a gun, and you're like, don't worry, I'm alive! And then they kick you and you die. The shiny is cool. We have Vault and Palooza. who I like purple, but Veluza's just not super interesting to me. What is its move? Its signature move is like cutaway. I don't think that does much for me. Like, yeah, I mean, obviously it does something, but I don't think it's like I'm crazy about it. Yeah, Focus Sash makes you live an attack from full health on 1 HP. It's a fine fish. And Dondozo, I like the gimmick that it has with Tatsugiri, but I don't like Dondozo that much itself. That being said, Tatsugiri, I think, is a cute fish. I like the little sushi boy. It's cute. I don't know what these forms are actually called. It's like springy and bouncy or something. I don't know. I like all of them. They're cute. It's like Nigiri, which is, I like it. You know, I dig it. No, because it even looks like they're sitting on rice. And then we have Annihilate, who is fantastic. I really like the monkey just got so angry that it fucking died. It's got a really cool move. The shackles, I'm not crazy about Pokemon wearing clothes, but they feel kind of almost appropriate. Picking up the ghost typing is like as the part of the whole it died thing is so cool. I like Annihilate. I think it's a really well designed Pokemon. For a second, I thought I saw a G-Max, and I was like, how the fuck? And then I realized I was looking at, hold on, I know the name. What is it? Great Tusk. Yeah, sorry. I forgot the format of the names, and that was really hurting me. Cloudsire's great boy, great, fantastic boy, one of my favorite boys. Not quite S tier, but very high tier. I love Clodsire so much. Clodsire has been a staple in my on-stream playthrough, and I like it. And I like Fair Giraffe enough. I like that it's a big giraffe wearing a hoodie. I love creatures wearing hoodies. That's the only pal that I am particularly interested in, is the one that's just wearing a hoodie, because it's cute. It's a cute little miscreant. It's so cute. But yeah, we got the boy. I love the boy. Okay. Dunsparce. I like Dunsparce. I don't care about Dunsparce. They made it evolve, and then they made it evolve into, hey, you get an extra lump for free? Hyper Drill, or whatever it was called, is a cool enough move, but I don't know. It's fine. It's okay. It's a funny Pokemon, but I don't know that I like it enough for it to break out a C tier. And Kingambit it just feels unnecessary. Kingambit doesn't feel worse than Bisharp, but it just doesn't feel like Bisharp needed it, right? I like Bisharp as is a lot more than I like Kingambit, both design-wise and potentially usage-wise. I get that, like, Commander's a really cool ability, and Kowtow Cleave is useful, but I don't know. I don't feel like it needed the buff. I don't feel like it was going crazy or anything, but it's cool. I'm gonna spoil this. I kind of like pretty much all of the Ancient Paradox forms. Great Tusk is just better than Donphan. In design, in usage, it feels like what Donphan maybe should have been more like. And Brute Bonnet is a great take on Amoonguss. I don't love Amoonguss that much. I think it's cool. It's one of the better Mimic Pokemon, but I like Brute Bonnet just a little bit more than Amoonguss. Hey, Gita. I can't do a Patrick Warburton voice. I wish I could. Man's got a beautiful voice. And hey, wouldn't you know it? I love Flutterman. It's scary, it's oppressive, but it's just, yeah, the design is fantastic. It really, look at this. It looks like Mischievous, but more. I like that they kind of turned the hair into wings. I think that's neat. Just, it feels like a more interesting Mischievous. I can only do it for Hey Peter and saying, okay. I can't even do it. Hey Peter. That's not a good Patrick Warburton. And Slitherwing, also a fantastic beast. And I know exactly where to find it. I go in a big hole in the middle of Paldea, and there's this creature. I have to be in a Union Circle, and I can't see my friends because Union Circles are broken in Area 0. But I like Slitherwing. I wasn't expecting it to be, it's Iron Moth that I wasn't expecting to be Poison type. But you get the idea, right? Like, what is that? What is that? Oh, hey guys, I've got good news. My scheduled backup, it went through. My videos are safe. I'm doing so good. Like, what is Slitherwing? Slitherwing's bug fighting, right? Slitherwing's also weird, but I don't think it caught me off guard as much as Fire and Poison did. Cause okay, look at these. They all look electric. They all look electric and Steel type. And Sandy Shocks is okay. I'm actually not crazy about Sandy Shocks. Yeah, it's biting. It literally biting me. Iron Treads? I like it. It reminds me of the iDog. It reminds me of those old like pet toys where they have like the light up LCD or the light up LED array screens. Some of them had LCDs, but like I like those. I think it's goofy. It's a big old ball too. I think it's funny. And they did my boy Delibird a service. Delibird kind of sucked. Delibird was kind of just not good at all. And what the fuck? Hold on. Sorry. What was I saying? Oh, Iron Bundle. Yes, sorry. Delibird was not good at all. They made Iron Bundle just like too good. You've run into it, and I mean I didn't really have an issue because I was a bit over leveled by that point, but you run into it and that thing could just hydro pump the shit out of you. It can just blast you into oblivion and you wouldn't be expecting it because it looks like a Delibird. And you know something's wrong about it, you know it looks different, and you know the Paradox Pokemon gimmick if you're playing the most recent generation. Unfortunately, it's almost certainly been spoiled on you, but it's still really cool, right? I like it. Iron Hands. It's really powerful. I think it's okay. The design, I'm not crazy about the floating hands design is all. But I like, also, I hate that you run into them powered down in the wild and I think they're the shiny and then they go. And I'm like, oh, that's not the shiny. That's just, it wasn't powered on. Just honestly a little bit sad. It gets me every time. And Iron Jugulus is also one I don't really care for. It's not particularly useful either. So it's just... Iron Moth I like slightly more than those two. I like it a considerable amount more than those two. But it's just like... It's not as strong as Slitherwing, right? Slitherwing looks interesting. Honestly, the past Paradox forms are just, in general, much more interesting looking than the future ones. And also more interestingly named because they're just all iron. What's the point of... Hold on. What's the point of the... Oh, the future Paradox? What do you mean what's the point of them? They're just cool. They just designed some cool Pokemon. The Paradox forms are like, oh, there's a time machine running at the bottom of the pit. And in this game, there's a bunch of Pokemon from the distant past. And in this one, there's a bunch of Pokemon from the distant future. And it's cool. I like it. I just don't think the future ones were executed on particularly well. That being said, Iron Thorns, it just looks like Tyranitar. But I like Tyranitar, so it's cool. Yeah. I think that a past Paradox form of Tyranitar could be really cool. Okay, it's got all the DLC stuff in it. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. How many cools do I need? So, the Frigivax line. I don't care for Frigivax. I think it's kind of ugly. And I feel kind of indifferent towards Arctibex and Baxcalibur. I think I'll stand by that. I like the idea of like, oh yeah, it's a big dragon with a big old axe on its back, but I just don't, they're not super interesting to me. And Frigivax just looks ugly. Look at this creature. Gimmighoul is it's a creature. You can't really get the wandering form, but I think that it's the wish the Pokemon based on Godzilla are more interesting. I don't know. I like Tyranitar, but I think Gimmighoul's cute. I like it in his little chest. It's just like chilling out, like yeah. And I love what? Hold on, let's start that over. Maybe I'll regain my brain. I love... Fuck. Yeah, I don't think so. What? No, I know these Pokemon. That's the thing. I know all the ones I've forgotten today. I know them. Oh, it's good. I'm gonna have to look it up, aren't I? Goldingo! I love Goldingo. Good as Gold is a fantastic ability. The Ghost Steel type is strong as ever. It's just a cool Pokemon. I love the like chill surfer vibe it's going. That's always something I appreciate. Honestly, A tier. And here, I'm going to be fast about the Treasures of Ruin because I don't have a ton of opinions. I love Wo-Chien. Just for two reasons. One is because, whoa, Chien be upon you is a funny meme. And also just because I like the snail. The tablets wrapped around it is a cool idea too. I like the string cheese man. Chien Pao is okay. I almost like it, but it just doesn't do anything. I don't know. I like that the broken swords like incorporated as the teeth, but it just doesn't go over the edge for me. These aren't the hidden treasures of Area Zero. These are the treasures of Ruin, which are different treasures. Oh my gosh. I like Chi-Yu, but I don't know that I feel super strong about Tinglu. Snow leopard Pokemon. Is this a snow leopard? It feels too long. It feels almost like a ferret. But more than a snow leopard. I don't know. Or maybe a mongoose? I'm gonna look it up. Oh yeah, of course it's just called the Ruinous Pokemon. Chien-Pao may be based on the snow leopard and the prehistoric Smilodon. One of the most well-known true saber-toothed cats. Okay, yeah, I'll take it. I trusted you, but I also wanted to know what other people thought because I don't have an opinion of my own, in spite of what the stream might make you think. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, Tinglu. I like this got bowl on his head, but I don't love the Pokemon. And I love Chi-Yu because it's a goldfish. I love the goldfish. Fire Dark's not a super unique typing. It was one of the first dark types we ever got was Fire Dark, but it's still cool. I like it. And here we go. We're getting to the big Paradox forms. Okay, so Crescent Wing. I don't like it that much. Did I say Crescent Wing? Roaring Moon. What is Crescent Wing? Roaring Moon. I don't like it that much. I get that it's based on the on Mega Salamence, but I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where Crescent Wing came from. And here is one of the future paradoxes that I actually really like. I don't think A tier, but Iron Valiant's really cool. I like that they just kind of went, you know what? In the future, gender doesn't exist. And they mashed Gardevoir and Gallade into one Pokemon. And they look sick as hell with their big ass sword, and they're walking around like they got a saunter, you know? I like them. Powerful. And Miraidon and Koraidon, they're some of my favorite legendary Pokemon thus far. It might help that they're based on a Pokemon that I already really like, which is, wow, come on. I literally just said the name of this Pokemon. Cyclizar. But my brain is actually just like fried, man. But I do really like them. And hey, I'm about to go crazy. I like Walking Lake too, a lot. It's based on... Did I put this in B tier? I'm gonna put this in A tier. Hold on. I just wasn't paying enough attention. Cyclizar is a past Paradox form of Suicune, which is one of my favorite legendary Pokemon to begin with. So these two have a lot of personality outside just being angry because the rival legendary is near them. Oh, yeah, I get that. Like, you can, okay, maybe, actually, that's probably part of why I'm so endeared to them, is because you spend the whole game with them, right? You're just hanging out, and they're chill, and they love sandwiches. Oh my god, that's, you know what, best character development for any legendary Pokemon. They love sandwiches, man! I love a lizard that loves a sandwich, you know? Top tier. Beautiful. Beautiful. Give us more Pokemon that have a favorite food. Iron Leaves is okay. I don't feel particularly strongly about it. Dipplin I like. We're back on the love train. Dipplin's a cool Pokemon. And I'm gonna skip forward a little bit. Hydrapple is not on here, is it? Well, just know that I like... Oh, wait, no, Hydrapple was way too early in the list, wasn't it? Either way, just know that I like Hydrapple. I think it's an excellent execution on the concepts that Dipplin established. Because if you look at Dipplin's decks, there's two worms in that apple. Ha, Dipplin these nuts, yeah. But there's two worms. One of the worms is the tail, and one of the worms is the head. And then whenever it evolves into Hydrapple, there's like 5 or 6 worms in that apple. It's crazy. It's great. I love it. And then we have Poltergeist and... Oh my god. Poltergeist and Sinistcha. Sorry, it took me a second. Which, they flipped the evolution. They flipped like the evolutions in the names, and it weirded me out at first, but I like them well enough. I think they are given more personality by the fact that they are Carmine's Pokemon. And that's really cool. Actually, I like Dipplin more than B tier. I like Dipplin A tier levels. Dipplin's an A tier. A lot of A tiers at the end of, a lot of A tiers in Scarlet and Violet, actually. I just like Scarlet and Violet's Pokemon. It's kind of really fun. Really fun games with a lot of good designs. That being said, here's some Pokemon that I could take or leave, and it's the so-called Loyal 3. I don't have any problem with them, but I don't particularly like their designs. They're goofy and kind of funny, but that's all I can really say about them. That being said, Ogerpon, it's another one that I like. I think I just like whenever they give the legendaries characters, you know? I like whenever a Pokemon's also a character. That makes me like them more. A tier, actually. Aw, man, we're getting so close to the end. Archaludon. I don't feel about Archaludon. I like it, I think, about as much as I liked Duraludon. It looks like a big old staple remover. And, okay. Raging Bolt. What just happened to my chat? Okay. Raging Bolt I don't particularly care for, but I do still like it. It's interesting. I like that it's got the long neck and it's got the thundercloud. They did something with it, and I think it's cool. and that gets at some points. That being said, it's got way too many colors going on, and I don't like it nearly as much as I like Walking Wake, even relative to Raikou. I almost called this Iron. What is... Hold on, what is the Cobalion one called? Iron Crown. I like Iron Crown more than Iron Leaves, I think. But I'm not super crazy about it. Still. I think I like it about as much as Raging Bolt, honestly. Tire Iron is my favorite Pokemon. And here we go, Terapagos. I am fine with Terapagos. It's over-designed, it's over-colored. The having all the types on its shell is a bit much. And it felt like a good boss battle, but it doesn't feel like a particularly interesting Pokemon. I do like that they made it kind of scary, but that's about the only thing I think it has going for it, really, is that it was scary and it was the focus of a story segment. And then Pecharunt, I think, is cute, but also a bastard. I will say I'm going to play it on stream, but I have already seen the whole Mochi. I have already seen and partially played through the whole Mochi Mayhem post game. I haven't played through it on my stream save. Don't worry, I'll play through it on stream at some point. But just I am spoiled on it. Womp womp. But that's it, guys. I did it. Let's do a slow scroll. I rated every Pokemon, all of them, every single one. This took me, let's see, 10.5 hours. But I did it. Every Pokemon sorted in tiers from from S even to F. We did it, guys. I am going to do one last thing. Hey, Mail got it. I am going to order the S tier. Just if I haven't made enough enemies yet, I'm going to sort the S tier a bit so that I have a few more. Okay, so honestly, these two, perfect at the top. Umbreon, then Alolan Raichu, then Piplup, then Sandshrew, then Sprigatito, Squirtle, Quaxly, Rowlet, Fuecoco, then Spheal. I think that's the final order. Really fast. Because I kind of know how I feel about these Pokemon already. These are some of my favorite Pokemon, but that doesn't mean that I don't have favorites even within them. Yeah, I like Slowpoke a lot. Slowpoke's a great Pokemon. Umbreon is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, and so is Espeon. Alolan Raichu is just one of the best Pokemon designs they've ever made. Like, genuinely, I believe that. And while it's not it is a personal favorite. I don't personally like it more than I like Slowpoke or Umbreon. It is still definitely a top of the top tier. Piplup is maybe my favorite starter Pokemon ever. I mean, I say that. It is my favorite starter Pokemon ever. Sandshrew is a cute Pokemon and carried me through Fire Red, or Leaf Green even. I don't know why I always say Fire Red. I never played Fire Red. And then I've grown an attachment to it over the years as they've released more games and I've been able to play with Sandshrew more. Sprigatito is a fantastic starter Pokemon. I have one named Peeper. I love my Weed Cat. Quaxly is a great little dude. I love how fabulous he is. Fantastic. Squirtle is an excellent water starter and is one of the classic Pokemon of all time. Rowlet is a dapper little lad, and I love Rowlet. Fuecoco is my specialist boy, and I would hold him in my hand and tell him it's alright even though he ate the whole couch. Spheal is round and perfect, and I don't really have any complaints about Spheal. Primarina is absolutely fabulous, and I wish I could be her. Alolan Sandslash is stylish, cool, badass looking, and is one of the only Pokemon in this list that I didn't primarily put in the S tier, that I didn't primarily put in it because I think it's cute. And Pachirisu is just a classic, cute Pikachu clone. That's my S tier. I love all of them, but I love them specifically in this order, more or less. And I think that's really it. Thank you guys for joining me on this extensive, this long journey. I'm going to do more tier list videos at some point because I like this. I really like just sitting down and talking about what I enjoy about designs and stuff. Don't worry, Hobo. I'm ending stream. Hobo's not an editor. Hobo, do you want to be an editor? I am gonna edit these down, I think. But I actually just really like going over designs like this because I feel like not only is it a fun thing to do, but it helps me flesh out what I like in a design, and I think it makes me better at creating things in the future, right? I think that's actually probably what it boils down to, is I think doing these kinds of reviews actually can make you a better creator. And that's one of my goals with this stuff, is to be better. And I think doing something like this could make me better at doing the other things that I do. And plus it's something that I just enjoy at its face. I like telling you why I think this rat is fantastic. I'm pointing at the screen, but you can't... Here, hold on. Studio mode, get out of here. Where... I like telling you why this rat's fantastic. But also just, this was fun. I enjoyed chatting with y'all. I enjoyed having Kay on. I might do more of these where I have people on. But that's really it. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.